We are back one last time for tonight, dear spectators, as we're headed towards game 4 in this first week that would close out this first week of Pop Esports Masters Season 6. And we've had a very strong show force from Snooze right now against Hitman Lee. And now we'll be seeing another team for the second time today, RelyOn, after one hell of a performance against the reigning champions. They'll be going up against RelyOn.
Yeah, and to be honest, everything can happen. Before the game, or before the Royal Family game, I would have talked my usual phrases like, yeah, underdog versus and whatever. No, to be honest, everything is open. With the right draft, RelyOn will win it. That's my take. They are performing out of their mind. I don't care. I like RelyOn. I'm no huge RelyOn fan, but actually I was always a huge RelyOn fan. You don't believe it, but like I said, I built this roster with QG. But I mean, I was scouting people, not really, but I was posting stuff on Discord servers and try to communicate between QG and the players, and so I'm part of the lineup basically. So I'm 100% with them, and yeah, without me there wasn't a RelyOn. So if they take it in the end, if they are the first place team in the end, it's all part of me. So
it's all on you, just you. You're gonna take all the credit.
True. I want the whole prize money. That's basically my take right now.
That's how it works.
No, it's also it's really, they are not a clear underdog anymore. I think I will never ever say that they are a clear underdog after their performance.
Yeah, since they've also sort of discovered this whole new world that you can play a comp without
the
go buttons. Oh, what?
Yeah, like I said, the best go button is to just stand there and let the others engage, because in the end, I mean, all you want to do is close the gap, right? And if the enemy closes the gap, it's basically like you close the gap.
I mean, they're doing the work for you.
Yeah, and they use the ultimates to get to you. So they have no ultimates left. And then they stand next to you and you have all the ultimates, and then you crush them. Genius idea. Why should I use an on ultimate and a knockdown ultimate to fly in? Then I have nothing. I'm standing there without pants. If they can just get to me, it's so easy. Yeah. It's 5 heads.
It's actually a true Chad move, I would even say.
Yeah, true.
Just wait for the enemy and beat them. You know, yeah. I mean, nobody's thought of that before. Just so easy, actually. The true hidden strat in League of Legends. For real. Now, will they apply that against Once Upon a Team as well? We'll see that in a short bit, as we should be headed towards the Champ Select very soon. RelyOn has had also some really good starts in the season, not in terms of results, unfortunately for them. But still, they had some very solid games. They played against 2 really strong teams as well. So,
and like they almost beat it Royal Fam, and then the client crushed them. We didn't saw the finish, but and then even against the Infernal Wolves, it was a competitive game. And for me, RelyOn came in as like the 3 top teams. Like for me, it was the power ranking basically. Royal Family, then either Infernal Wolves or RelyOn, then the other, then Snooze. I thought Snooze, they will struggle against the top teams. They did not at the moment, but I mean, they still need to play the 2 of them. And then like Hitman Lee and RelyOn and whatever, yeah. But at the moment, RelyOn, I mean, they looked strong in those 2, but they lost it. So if they lose today, then they might not even make playoffs, which would be really sad, because I thought they are a really strong team. I mean, everything can change, and we have a double round robin, so one lose there could be a win there, right? But
it's only game day 2 after all. Yeah, but still, they've had a rough start so far. And if we look at it, you know, a purely mathematically logical point of view, RelyOn won against Royal Family. Royal Family won against what? So RelyOn is obviously going to win this match, right?
Yeah.
Like a 1 + 1 is 2, and A and B.
Yeah, that's the loop closes.
Exactly. That's how it has to go. That's what logic dictates us. It's higher power than us. We cannot do anything to change it. It's bound by fate. I'm sorry, Red What, but the lion is out tonight for you in this game.
Yeah, and I mean, there are basically, it's funny because we have no product of the red lion, but now we have a RelyOn lion, right?
Yeah, you can always rely on them as well. That's really great to see.
It's genius. I never thought about that, but it's RelyOn, you know?
Yeah, it's RelyOn.
That's the first time I realized that.
Really?
it's really, really
Why
sad.
Do you think they have a lion in their logo?
You never really quite saw them. I just thought it's you can rely on them. I just thought that's the whole joke, or that's the whole thing. But it's not. I mean, it's the real word. So I never saw like the lion and the name come together. For me, it was just the RelyOn team and not the Reliant. I feel kind of dumb right now. I'm sorry.
They just play on words on so many levels.
Yeah.
It's another level of branding that they've got going on. In the meantime, no lions in the bans so far. We have Valky's ban, which is quite warranted after what we saw just a bit earlier today.
Skarner Instalog.
Skarner. Finally, the Skarner Instalog.
That's what I wanted for the whole first match day. Just Skarner being open Instalog. Now he got nerfed, but they still, and I mean, he has 100% win rate today, so still a good champion, I guess.
Yeah.
And I like it. And now RelyOn, they need again engage on you. Skarner will drive to you. So just pick Udyr, just pick Xayah, just
already out Udyr. They're just gonna do the same comp as last game. And for some reason, they're also gonna take just full engage champs.
Yeah, just pick Vel'Koz now. just don't show Xayah yet. Don't show we really want to play this team comp. Vel'Koz is just comfort and something. Or 6, I mean, also, I mean, he can disengage with Pet and with Bomb. He is always like, if everybody clumps and everybody engages on you, a big bomb in the middle.
True.
Destroy them. So it's basically
just
the same.
Detonate, yeah.
So I like it. Probably
the passive as well. Like once 6 dies, the passive also works really well.
The big part, I think, what the thinking from Wild Wolf at the moment is, 6 has a little bit more like safety against Skarner just because of the Boom Boom Pet. I mean, both can. Vel'Koz could try to knock up, but with the Boom Boom Pet, you can displace them and stuff. So, or you displace yourself, get over a wall. Vel'Koz couldn't do it. So, I think he just wants to be a little bit more safe against the Skarner, but also just, I mean, it basically does the same on both champions. So I kind of like it. With Varus and with Victor, they don't really hard engage now. It's kind of outranging, so maybe the whole team comp of RelyOn now needs a little twist. But still, I mean, Varus will throw his ultimate, but it's on range then and stuff. So yeah, I think this time it could be a little bit more tough, and RedOut kind of did make notes, I guess. And there's a Malphite. Okay,
there we go. They said, you know what? You go for this. We're going in.
Yeah.
Back to your roots. The side is banned, of course, now. Yeah. Comes in just in time.
I think that's actually did they ban every single time a Silas? I think so. I think in the first series they banned it like on first blue side ban, which I said, oh, that just gave everything away with the Malphite. Mm-hmm. And then second series versus Royal Family, they did ban it. Now they ban it because they have a Malphite. So I believe they banned it every single time. So she just likes the score buttons. And now, especially, like I said, he is like the Ornn dude on weak side. Now he pushed his ego with set against Aatrox. He won the game. So that's everything he ever wanted. Winning one
That's
game
what you
on a carry. Now I can go for the weak side top laner again. So he's pleased for eternity, winning against this top laner. Crazy.
Yeah, Rel and Volibear along with Mordekaiser, the last few bands to get out. They're now headed towards the second picking phase. Ron also keeps that the counter pick. Seems like they keep it for the AD carry.
Yeah, and hear me out. I mean, 6 can still be played 80 carry, so you could
True.
say we have still the flex pick, but you see both matchups. And because of that, I would say getting counter pick support makes no more sense, because then you have the chance to maybe get a better winning matchup. But I mean, you already have the Malphite. You played for 2 lane swaps in a row. RedOut probably did make notes. Now they pick a tank for themselves because they know we get lane swapped. So just picking a tank makes sense. So I think the formula of RelyOn kind of got solved. Maybe, who knows? But they are clear the favorite. I will never underestimate them. And Karma Virus, yeah. So there is still a lot of hard engage, but not too much like last time. And now you cannot pick Renata out of the sudden, or you cannot pick the Saya out of the sudden. So I think Saya would be possible, actually. But I think the team comp definitely changed a lot. And Vayne against Ghana and Cyan, that's a really cool That's a really good call. It's a really good call. I like it. Just to understand me, you have double tank frontline. You have infinite wave scaling, because 6 will just clear every single wave. So this Vayne gets fatter and fatter, and like she gets all the waves in the world. You can scale up to infinity. You have a Lulu beside you. Winning draft, RelyOn. That's it. RedOut, no chance.
You went from RelyOn is the underdog to RelyOn. They're gonna win this. You know what? They're gonna end up first after the finals even.
Yeah.
I even see them qualifying for the Benelux Ascent series.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Okay, but let's take a serious look on this on both sides. Yeah, just top to bottom, tank top lane matchup. Like there will nothing ever happen. Probably, actually, Cyan is winning it on the long run, because like Cyan gets more and more tanky, more and more health. Malphite doesn't have the mana pool to ever really kill Cyan, so I would assume slightly winning for RedOut, if in a slight in a just out in a scaling matter. So, and both are strong enough in those team fight situations. So point for RedOut, basically. Jungle matchup, and even I like AP options against Ghana and just clearing jungler like Udyr and stuff. And he is an Udyr player, so works out definitely. And Skarner got nerfed a little bit, so I would say Udyr maybe a little bit favored. Mid lane matchup, wave clear matchup, nothing will happen anywhere. Both have a lot of range, so both scale a lot. Victor maybe a little bit better scaling, but doesn't care. ADC is actually long range versus short range. I think Vayne could scale better in the end, but it's a rough lane. Again, especially with Karma Virus, she will not survive the lane. You will both drop CS. You will probably always be behind, except like you get early kills and stuff. So I think that just because top lane and bot lane is slightly favored for RedOut, and Skarner and Victor and jungle mid are kind of like even, it's still probably better game, better draft for RedOut, but yeah, it's with chances. So if we are pretty clear, there are a lot of chances.
And I think the one huge thing as well is that the Udyr is not going to be able to have huge impacts on the lanes, because it's a sort of jungler you see coming, right? And Varus Karma, with their range, with the perk, they have the tools to deny his sort of ganks more or less easily. And Victor also has this sort of laid back. I can stay further behind to not risk it even connecting. So I think it's going to be a rough start for RelyOn. They'll have to play cleverly around that.
Yeah. But it's a really interesting game as like the last matchup, because we saw Red Out like with a 2-0 start, right? So kind of going in, they need to win now to contest
Mm-hmm.
like the upper parts, and RelyOn now goes in with, we beat the champion, like we are the best team. So I think this like Oat would like to stand where RelyOn currently is, and RelyOn never thought that they will probably be over Oat. So both are in a kind of interesting position right now, and
Yeah, yeah.
so I think the matchup is actually really cool to see. So to just have this benchmark for both teams, because I think both sides know how good they are. Both sides know how to draft now. One even got a win and stuff, but the other didn't know really play bad, but just lost twice, right? So I believe that both can actually play out of their mind now, and it's more closer than we probably think.
Yeah, I think in the end we're gonna see what RelyOn is made of here in another game against a priori a strong game. So we'll see how that all fares after this draft. And I think we should be heading towards the game anytime now for the final game of the first week here at the Pop Esports Sparta's League of Legends First Division competition. So this will already give us a bit of an idea of how the leaderboards are shaping to be, right?
Yeah, it will. It will definitely. Just think about it, RelyOn being 0-1. How crazy.
Mm.
That would be so crazy. Not to blame them or something, but I mean, just think about it, how crazy that would be. Like out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. They take all the wins from now on.
Maybe, yes.
And it's true that the Snooze did win against RelyOn last week.
But I mean, that game wasn't even bad from RelyOn.
Yeah.
I mean, they just every single time they engaged, they just got not so much like they wanted, and then they kind of tried it even and stuff, and then you had this constant problem of this Fiora split pushing and stuff. So, but just team comp wise and the first few minutes and the lane swap, I think RelyOn could have maybe won it in a different world. So it could be a 3-0 week for them basically, and that would be so incredible. I mean, it will not be, but I mean, it could have been. But
it could have been. What could have been?
yeah.
And I think we're still at the starts of this season. The teams are getting to know each other. Now they're starting to see the quirks of every team. They're starting to get a footing, and so I think the next few games are just gonna shape up to be even more interesting. But now to this one, Red Watt on the blue side, RelyOn on the red side. Game 4 of tonight, final game of tonight. We'll see how that goes.
Go in game and let's see. But it looks like a 5-point cover from actually both sides. Both on tanks go actually top side. So not like what we saw from Hitmonlee, that what goes lane, but just go and stuff and tries to 5-point cover without really 5-point covering and stuff. But this time just really standard stuff. And that's sneaky. Like Varus and Karma in the brush, and especially Vayne, Lulu, probably they will not. Oh, that's so dirty. Because Froome Trust Driver will channel Q. It's basically, I think, 2 seconds or something. If it's fully stacked, that will be first blood. Oh no. That will be. Oh, they go for the lane swap. They sneak it out. How did they do that? How would they know? I mean, maybe now Malphite is first blood. I mean, if he gets stunned and then full bursted, it's over for him. But that's so sneaky. They still play the lane swap. Oh man, crazy actually, crazy.
And Vayne are gonna get that wave with 0 hindrance on top lane.
Yeah. Or there could be the channel Q soon. Oh, but nobody goes on and that's just flash.
He even survives. Oh no! Oh no!
I mean, Karma and Varus, or at least one of them, should have stand in the brush as well. Maybe Karma with starting with W just to get the second stun. I don't know. It was just.
I think that's gonna backfire hard.
I mean, not quite. I mean, they can tower dive with Sion because Sion has passive and stuff. So, but they are not level 2 because they shared it with 3 people.
That's the thing. And in the meantime,
he gets even
they get the first blood. It's 1 for 1. Okay.
Yeah.
But look at Vayne also getting the platings. Oh, not yet. Never mind. Yeah, okay, no.
And the sad thing, top lane platings are like harder to get because of the fortification. So,
so maybe it after all still goes out well for them.
Yeah, but like this level 1, they did not hit level 2 because they shared the XP. So it could have been really bad, but 1 for 1 is fine for both top laners basically. But yeah, I mean, if Lulu and Vayne would have face-checked this brush and then stunned and stuff, that would be a disaster. But because of the lane swap, everything actually worked out for them.
I have a room boost driver is good that he got that first blood, because right now top lane is not having a fun time. By the time that the bot lane arrives, he's gonna have lost lots of time.
But they lane swap against it, so because of that, if he sneaks around, there's no ward. Why do we have no ward if you push it in? That's so sad. Like.
This is a catastrophe. And he gets the knock up. Rune is flashed out. I think Akabs is getting away here, but wow.
Yeah, and the good thing is, even though your Sion gets nothing basically, I mean, he got no CS because now Skarner needs to take the CS and stuff. Your Sion is basically always good, so he doesn't need the farm. 10 more CS on Malphite, you don't care. I mean, it's Malphite. Even though he has 10 more CS, your bot lane has no flash because of that, no heal because of that, right? So it's really well played by RelyOn to use the Sion as a quote-unquote second jungler, you could say, who just gets nothing but is fine with it. Now bot lane swaps back. So they just don't want to play the 1v1 and 2v2, which is fine. I mean, both ADCs just gets resources because of that, and especially Vayne likes it. But yeah, still no ward, so Frimpong could maybe die here.
But still, what even is going on here? Yeah, Frimpong, getting quads, he's rooted, taking lots of damage. I don't think he's surviving. He doesn't have flash or anything. That's another kill. 4 and what? With that, they have 2 kills. But man, what a mess!
Yeah, what a mess indeed. And maybe not the best played lane swap by RelyOn, because you need your jungler with the bot lane to tower dive top laner then. Like what RelyOn did it perfectly. Jungle top lane to now not tower dive but just kill the enemy top laner, because you need to get those bonus resources in the 1v3. And yeah, I mean, they get the Drake out of the situation now, so that's fine. But yeah, could have been more in my opinion. But still a kind of good game. I mean, just look at the total gold, everything is fine, and White Wolf plays a good match right now. I really like White Wolf. I'm sorry. I think he's really a good player. One of the 2 who I scouted basically, and yeah, he plays on those special type of artillery mages really well right now.
Yes, between Valkors now on the Ziggs. 1 Drake for RelyOn. That's the Void Grips for it. What? Take some, steal some CS there in the enemy jungle. That's really good by our Moustache. things have calmed down again with this super... I mean, honestly, the swap after swap was constant chaos on the map. It was all over the place. Now Sign's back on the top lane, Bus Driver back there. 3 people on the bot, 4 people on the top to, yeah, just take out Fripon again. He's not having a good time, they're just ganging up on him for ages.
Yeah. And I mean, Sign is basically just 1 wave behind. And that's nothing in the tank versus tank matchup. They just get so many resources for this Varus. He goes even for poke Varus, which would backfire against Malphite later on. Because you will never have damage to kill him later on, but you have others to do it.
Yeah,
oh no.
Stuff.
Oh no, he might die again.
Yeah. He's caught in the middle of them. The turret is almost down as well. They just keep on going at him.
Oh, good flash, actually.
The root doesn't connect, and the Q finishes him off.
Yeah, bad life. Now they at least try to get the botline turret for that, but yeah, it's and they will not get the first turret. They now lost actually boots the feats of strength because of 3 kills plus first turret. Even though they had 6 was kinda too late to execute this turret now. Because they could have went for first turret maybe, but they did not get it, so feats of strength already gone. And yeah. It's a tough game, in my opinion, right now for RelyOn, but the last game was also tough, and they won it. So,
yeah, they're constantly, they're not in a proactive seat here. It's RelyOn who makes the calls.
Yeah.
And RelyOn is supposed to react to it, right? We had the situation now, okay, we're sending 4 people top to get that first turret. We just rush that turret. This game is a mess anyway, so let's just make it even weirder. And RelyOn then has to react to it. Okay, shit, they're gonna take that first turret. Let's send our mid lane, our bot lane to maybe take the first turret, but they're too late.
Oh, good damage there on Ruffy. Not a bit mad at right now, but with this little Swapperoni. Oh. That was a good one. Just ulting, just getting the CC. And yeah, I wanted to say something good about this lane swap, because maybe Six can just outwave clear the bot lane, but he couldn't, he just died. So RelyOn actually loses a lot of stuff right now. I mean, this Varus got basically 5 platings and now gets to another platings, but there's the double teleport actually.
Yeah, teleport's coming in. Who's arriving first? Fripon is there. Oh no! Flash away from the unstoppable force. The turret is not there. However, lots of damage falling on Funi. That's the first kill going to RelyOn from this. However, they find no proper purchase on Evangeline on his 4-0 Varus so far.
Yeah, that was a good flash, but also like maybe not the best Malphite ult. Maybe you can just go for a 2-man instead of just going for Varus there or something. But I mean, it was a good try, and I like that they tried to go for the double teleport there, just to get something. We talked about it, that they kind of were too reactive, did not make their own calls and stuff. And this time, the double teleport, they wanted to fight it, they wanted to get something, so I kind of like it all, the damage. Oh, and like I said, the lane will suffer. If they play a 2v2, the lane will suffer. And she does.
I mean, that's just no fun. You can't get to the wave because they're just gonna poke you to death. Second set of Void Grubs being started by RelyOn. This is a huge objective for them, I think, because the way they currently control the pace, they can make really good use of those Void Grubs.
It will indeed. But Drake is spawning, so, and I think RelyOn got the soul last time, right? So maybe with the second Drake now, they can start getting the soul as well. But through Bus Driver could actually drive his bus now.
Yeah. I was gonna say before, I was a bit disappointed by his skin choice. They do get the Drake, but now RelyOn just around the corner to finish him off. That's one other kill that goes to them.
Yeah, I mean...
Now he's gonna drive the bus.
Yeah, but still a little bit disappointing that he just not went through it and tried to deny the Drake. Especially because they called the teleport from Victor, from Ruffy. But yeah, I did not really get something out of there except one kill. Okay, a second one, that's good enough. And now even a whole turret. And look at the platings, they even get more platings. Could be like 10 platings in the end of the game. So much gold.
Yeah, they're now shaping towards a 3k gold lead. If they get those platings, yeah, the turret slightly more even. Things are looking really good for RelyOn in this game. They have a 4-0 Varus. That is equal in farm with his enemy. On the mid lane, Rafi may not have many kills, but he's got a 50 CS lead on Wild Wolf right now.
And to be honest, being down on Skarner or on Cyan doesn't really matter if your carries are fat, right? Yeah. And if the enemy carries aren't, because then they will never kill you anyway. So right now, really kind of a masterclass from RelyOn against RelyOn. And
yeah, the resources are there where they should be even. Okay, yeah. 2 kills on Vroom, Boss, the driver, but they're not, you know, it's fine.
Yeah, you say it. Like the majority of kills on the carries, it's like the upgrade on James Bond. It's not a 007 agent, but a 017 agent, so and an upgrade. And on the Karma. And now they try to get the next plating. I mean, that's crazy. They basically got 12 platings now. 12. And the other team plays 6. I mean, usually you get platings of 6. But no, not in this game.
Not RelyOn. And, you know, they're just sieging that turret and bit by bit, chipping at itself. They just shove the waves in. And, okay, now Wild Wolf is mid lane, so the clearing speed is going to go up a little bit. But still, you know, there's still always this bit of damage, and they have to be careful because Poke is just annoying. Now they go for the tower dive. They get the Ludo against the wall. Lots of damage falling on to Terminator. First one to fall here. There's not much RelyOn can do. In the meantime, that turret was half of the that was left. Now we have a counter engage coming in from Rivon, but he just has CC. Tons of damage falling out on him. Gets really low. Is he able to get away? No, because from the side, Rafi comes in with the laser beam. Now the turret, completely open, is gonna get shredded here.
It's really like 13 platings, 3 turrets after 14 minutes. That's so crazy. So much gold in the early game. And on the top side, meanwhile, Vayne at least trying to get something for our team. With a 1 whole turret. But I say it how it is. Against those 2 carries, against Victor and against Varus, both outrange her. And both just outpoke her from the range. She will not really get in range to kill them. And probably die before that. So that will be a tough one to play with Elswain.
Yeah, definitely not the fast, but especially since you know you may be banking on the fact that those tanks need to go in and you can work your way through those tanks, but it's like this is skipped. You just skip the tanks at what because they just go through it. They're just like we're just gonna siege your turret. And you're just gonna, yeah, whatever. You don't get to us, it's not my problem. He's just shooting his arrows there.
Yeah, that's true. 50 seconds on Drake. RelyOn Drake soul win condition. Still on the table. If they get the next Drake, that's at least soul point, but before that they probably need a catch. They probably need something because otherwise they get out team fight with 4k gold. They will just get engaged. So. Oh, quick flash.
Catch here on Vroom Boss Driver. That's huge for RelyOn to get kills where they can. Takes time to kill him, but they get him. Now they're just perfectly there for the Rift Herald, so that's an objective they can take. After in the meantime, pushing that bot lane. Just clear that wave. That's good. That's a good objective for them to get the Herald rather than the Drake. Sure, RelyOn gets their first Drake, but RelyOn still has 2. And the Herald could open up the map in the middle lane, for example, get them some more money from the turrets and so on. So that's good.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, they can scale a lot because of those 2 early Drakes. So they have no fear to fight for a soul, for example, in the next couple of minutes. And in the meantime, they can, like you said, open up the map and maybe get some more gold back, because that's the biggest problem. They are just too far behind at the moment. So getting a turret at least is something, while the Drake is cool for more stats, but it does not really give you a lot of money. Wild Wolf.
Yeah, Wild Wolf getting ganged upon here was in a safe enough spot.
Yeah, and we actually saw the Muscana nerf in place there, because the stun wasn't long enough for Muscana to ult him. It was actually the nerf which let Wild Wolf there survive.
He'll have to send a letter to the devs to say thanks. Thank you for nerfing Muscana. It saved my life.
After a year of dominance, after every single pro player complaining about this really strong champion, but thank you for nerfing him a little bit.
Yeah. Now for the Pop Esports Masters.
Yeah.
The only real competition.
Yeah, no.
Our Moustache, his Moustache was on fire here. Barely fled the situation.
That's true. Okay, but I mean the gold does not really increases, which is good for RelyOn, right?
Yeah.
I mean there could be a snowball, but there isn't. But they don't come back also, which kind of is a small problem. But they just farm up, and like I said, you have 6. Like you can just wave clear the whole time. You have a front line which gets bigger and bigger, and you have a Vayne. So as long as the enemy team does not really force on you, which is possible, and that's the scary part. There's like Cyan ultimate. You can always tower dive with Cyan. You can always come from flanks with the Skarner, or even like flash Varus ult just to catch him on off guard. You can always force, and I think that's the really big problem, because if there wouldn't be like engage, then maybe Wild Wolf could just insta always wave clear it. But if he just gets doved, then there's maybe not a chance for him.
There's a siege going on onto the mid lane from RelyOn. They're gonna take that tier 2. Rafi just around the corner, could even snack some nice damage on Arkhams here. The gold lead is stagnating, which is good for RelyOn, but RelyOn is still making advances on the map, slowly but surely. Fire Moustache picking up the solo kill against from Nope, never mind.
Yeah, almost, but it was a lot of damage there actually. I mean, he almost one-shotted him after 1 point, so he knows his damage output. And probably if he would have flashed, then he would have just flashed over the wall and killed him after that. So it was a close call from Bus Driver that he waited so long. Or from probably that. Oh, good ult, man. He escapes.
Very nice ult. Yeah, he's forced to use this ult in very defensive manner, so RelyOn lose one of their big go button. Atakan now on the bot lane is gonna get picked up by RelyOn.
Yeah, but team deals fair share of damage and also shreds through resistances. So you can see that the Skarner is actually like losing some resistances there. And question is, can you steal it? Can you get it or not?
Yeah, they're trying to put this set up. Drake is also there in a minute. They cannot steal it, so rotating towards mid lane, take that tier 1. So that's what they need to do.
Yeah.
They see, okay, they're taking an objective, just take another, right? Just do something in the meantime. That's really good that they do that.
Yeah, it's important. No, there's false life, but in my opinion, RelyOn will not care. Just wait 3 minutes until it's not there anymore. You should never ever go for a fight now. You should never ever go for something forceful. Enemy team can even get Drake. You don't care. Even if they got all 4 Drakes, you have a Vayne, you have true damage. So who cares if they're a little bit more tanky? You have a tank shredding champion, right? Oh no. Don't go for it. Fire Mustache, don't. And yeah, just we saw the gold for a few seconds. Couldn't really read it. I'm sorry, but yeah, just let them do Drake for Baron. The false life is away, so you don't need to fear something like that. And even if they get Baron, then it happens, right? Just try to scale up with Vayne. She needs at least 3 items. Before 3 items, she will never be able to kill the front line. But with her 3rd item, there is maybe a chance. So just wait and give her the time.
Yeah, just need to huddle up. They get top lane turret. You know, slowly but surely they also take resources for themselves. 4 to 5 turrets, not too bad considering things. However, now RelyOn going for that siege. They, of course, with the false life, are able to force something like that. They just do so much damage. They go for the tower dive against Fribois. Everything is used for this Malphite to get away. Wide grip, unstoppable force, and flash. And he gets away ultimately, just in time for the rest of his team to join up and defend that turret. Good reaction from RelyOn here.
Well played, actually, that they could survive that. And now they have their Malphite again. But of course, there's always the false life, so you shouldn't really fight them here. Maybe give up an inhibitor if you need.
Yeah, wait for them to overstep a bit. They play this safely really well, RelyOn. Arkhams doesn't step forward because he knows, okay, it's lost. Drop the inhib.
It's a tough situation. You want to defend your inhibitor, but on the other side, you cannot really fight against them with false life. Yeah, false life now is gone actually. So right before the Baron basically, and against those super minions actually, it's kind of good because Vayne gets 90 more gold per wave, or in this case it was 6. So a little bit more scaling, like 3 waves. Are 1 kill, basically, right? Oh no, they might get hard engaged here.
Yeah, they do. They found Postage on fire, Mustache really low. His Dominator already forced to fall back, and they're just gonna give up their jungler here. Cut their losses because Malphite is not around the corner.
Yeah, maybe from Bus Driver calls it here, but no. He's being calm and collected. Baron spawns in 1 minute. They should probably push top lane now and set up vision. There's already a wave. And Malphite is not really a split push champion. He will not really get the turret on his own, or it will take a lot of time. So basically, no, go space. It's a tough situation.
He's going to push passively, and either way. Another turret going to RelyOn. And slowly but surely things are now starting to fall back into place for RelyOn. World lead is starting to get bigger, slowly but surely. They're starting to open up the map really well. Rafi can count himself lucky that nobody decided to face check this push, because that could have ended badly for him.
That's true. And now they get at least some vision before the Baron spawns. So, some setup at least, but they will never fight it. They can never fight it. Oh, they try to catch someone, but I don't know if they have the damage for, and no, even Red Fire Mustache gets caught.
Yeah, lots of damage falling onto him, nice unstoppable force. It's not enough, and Evangeline is able to change it up. Answer is coming in, lots of damage falling onto RelyOn. In the middle of them is Vroom. Boss Driver keeps 4 men of RelyOn ready. 2 are down, and it's Arkham's out of the calculation right now. With that, they lose their AD carry. Their best bet at trying to even win the fight. Dominator is exploded by an arrow of Evangeline. And with that, RelyOn is taking their first steps into the enemy base with that open inhib already. The stun is out on Wildwolf, forced to fall back. Fire Mustache still really low, tries to do something, but is gonna die ultimately here, I think. Yeah, he goes down, and that's should be game, dear spectators.
25 minutes, that's all it takes to beat RelyOn in a game, which was basically won by the start, actually. Well played by RelyOn, or are they defending it?
One last stand, lots of damage falling on the blue team, but it's not enough, and they take the win.
Yeah. maybe for some unexpected outcome. Not for me. I'm surprised. Yeah, sad to see. I mean, RelyOn could have done this to the 2-0 week, but did not find it against RelyOn. And finally, for RelyOn, which is important, they snag their first win.
Yeah.
Which is good for them. I mean, they definitely came in the league to get to the big dogs and then lost 2 rounds, and so it feels good for them to actually snag it 1 win at least.
Well, they were starting off to it was starting to look off the typical once upon a team curse that we already know from ESLOL, um, of not taking a win in the split. But they broke it. They broke it, and they take their first win for this season of the Pop Esports Masters. And maybe after that, first week over, 2 game days down, so we're 1/4 of the season through. Maybe we can take a quick look at the leaderboards updated now with today's result. And at the top, unbeaten up to now, the sole unbeaten team actually currently still is Snooze Esports, going strong at a 3-0 after their 2 wins today, followed up by the Infernal Wolves Fenrir going strong at a 2-1, having suffered their loss today against Snooze Esports. Another loss suffered from the team after them against RelyOn is Royal Family Esports at the 3rd spot.
Yeah, and then you have, of course, OUAT and Hitmonlee rounding it all up. And Hitmonlee, of course, is still winless. The other one at least got 1 victory out of there. Yeah, what a split so far. Some upsets, and definitely I would not have expected the leaderboard to be like that.
Yeah, definitely shaping up to be interesting. We've had upsets, as you said. We've had incredible games as well. I think that the teams just are offering us incredible spectacles, and I feel like every game is fundamentally different somehow. You have those metas where all the games seem the same, and here it's just there's so much things that the teams can do differently than usually, and they're giving us one hell of a time, in my opinion.
That is true. What a week. And we have so many more to come.
So many more to come. 3 more weeks. We'll be back with you here on Twitch on a Tuesday next week. But before that, if you haven't had enough PM this week, there is still one more stream, I believe, on Sunday for the 2nd division made by Nocturnal Esports. So definitely do check that out. It's a Sunday, no excuses. And we, as well as what will be back next week on Tuesday, to keep following the 1st division. Without any further ado, I wish you all to have a wonderful evening, and we will see you very soon. Bye bye.